Hey there, Steve Nixon here with Freejazzlessons.com. Thanks for joining me here for today's video. All right, today I'm going to teach you a couple of my favorite jazz piano riffs. I think you're really going to enjoy this lesson because these riffs sound really cool and you can use them over a lot of different tunes. So I think we'll have a lot of fun getting into them. All right, enough introduction. I'll see you at the piano. All right, welcome to the piano. So our first lick I'm going to teach you is in the key of C minor, all right? And the chords we're going to be using are D minor 7 flat 5, G7, and then into that C minor. All right, so here's how the lick goes. Pretty cool sounding lick there. Minor 2-5-1 lick. One more time. Real pretty, kind of spooky sounding lick there. So what am I doing here? What's going on? Well, the first chord, as I mentioned, is a D minor 7 flat 5, and all I'm doing in the very beginning is I'm arpeggiating up that chord. D, F, A flat, C. Just 1, 3, 5, 7, right? Then I've got a little chromatic enclosure of the root of that chord down to the 7th, resolving very sweetly into the B, that third of the G7. To that third, E flat, which is the flat 13, G, which is the root, B is the third of that chord. So an augmented arpeggio up top, G7 flat 13. Okay, and do the same arpeggio again, but from a different inversion, same notes. So this time we have G, B, E flat, G, same thing we saw there, just our inverted. Okay, it's over our G7, and then it resolves to that C minor there, right? Just on the 9 on that D note there, all right? Real pretty kind of spooky sounding lick. Let's listen to the whole thing over again. Okay, that's lick number 1. Now, lick number 2 is another 2-5-1 chord progression, but this time we're going to be in a major key. We're going to be in the key of E flat major, and our chords are going to be F minor, B flat 7, and then into this E flat major again. Okay, so let's take a listen to this lick now and then we'll break it down. One more time. Okay, real pretty sounding lick there as well, all right? Maybe a little less spooky, but very pretty, very rich. All right, what's going on here? So first chord, F minor. Again, a little bit of an arpeggio in the beginning, real common bebop type thing, starting a line with an arpeggiation shape, right? Okay, we're starting with an F minor 7 9 arpeggio. G is the 9, A flat, C, E flat, G, G, so the flat 7, that or E flat, C, which is the 5th of that chord, chromatically into the 3rd of our B flat 7 or 5 chord, to the 5th, which is the F, and then we've got this little bebop sort of altered pattern that pulls real sweet into the 3rd of that E flat. So this is, okay, so F sharp, G, right? So these are 13s, flat 13, the regular 13. To the 3rd, D flats are sharp 9, flat 9, root of that chord to our 7th going into the 3rd. All right, so real pretty song. All together, again. There's a little Barry Harris sort of ending there that I added in. Okay, cool. So, some real interesting bebop type stuff. Now, if you want to learn more of these type of licks, and frankly, to 10x, maybe even 100x this concept, and you want to learn how legendary jazz piano players really put together these type of licks, I actually have a whole course where I break down 9 legendary jazz piano players. We break down the vocabulary step by step, show you all the little building blocks in terms of how they're constructing the vocabulary. So you're going to learn not only one lick, but you're going to learn how to take one lick and turn it into 1,000 new ideas to truly unlock your improvisation. I'm talking about people like Chick Corea, Herbie Hancock, Oscar Peterson, Bill Evans, Diana Krall. You know, we break down step by step how they're coming up with all their vocabulary. And this course where we break down all the techniques is called the Jazz Masters Method. I highly recommend you pick up a copy of that course, especially if you really want to understand how legends construct their vocabulary. You know, when you listen to these players play, you think, I just love how they sound. They sound so beautiful and melodic and soulful. Well, we're breaking down their licks so you know what they're using to get that amazing sound. So that's the Jazz Masters method. And the second course that I highly recommend, we have another improvisation course, and this is authored by jazz virtuoso David Garfield. And David Garfield I'm actually the producer on this course, and we co-authored it together. David Garfield, many of you will know David from his work with George Benson. He's the musical director for George Benson. You might know him from playing with Manhattan Transfer or Freddie Hubbard. He's a really top-level virtuosic LA studio musician. He's this monster jazz musician. And he breaks down his whole improvisation technique, things that he's learned from Horace Silver, everything he does step by step when he's improvising over tunes in this whole mega 6-hour course. It is truly epic, A to Z blueprint of jazz improvisation. So 2 very killer jazz improvisation courses. I highly recommend both of them. Jazz Masters Method, if you want to break down the study of legendary licks, and then the Jazz Improvisation Super System as well. Can't miss with either of them. Many of our students pick up both. All right, happy practicing. Jump into some of these licks, see if you can get some of these little bebop fluency vocabulary in there into your playing right away. And I will see you at Freejazzlessons.com. Thanks for watching.